Welcome to Two Guys in a Podcast. I'm Tom.
And I'm Mike.
Back at you with another reaction video.
Oh yeah, switching it up a little bit. So we're going to go with a little Ron White. I got thrown out of a bar.
Ron White.
Truth be told, I think I've seen this clip on one of his specials or whatever. I think it's fairly old. So stand by while we get it.
Shut up and sit down.
All right, we're back. Ron White, I got thrown out of a bar.
Ron White's always
All right,
interesting.
Ron White is a funny guy. Let's give this a go and see what it is.
I got thrown out of a bar in New York City.
Yeah,
People must recognize the joke.
he's totally that.
Now, when I say I got thrown out of a bar, I don't mean somebody asked me to leave. We walked to the door together, and I said, bye, everybody, I gotta go. 6 bouncers hurled me out of a nightclub like I was a Frisbee. Those big old bouncers that go home every night, watch Roadhouse and beat off. You know what I'm talking about? Patrick Swayze's hitting another guy. For wearing a hat. I walk into a bar with a hat on. This guy real pissy goes, took off the hat! I'm like, what's the deal? He goes, I'll tell you what the deal is. Faggots in this area wear hats. We're trying to keep them out of a club. I'm like, oh, really? The only way we could tell down south is if they have their hair cut like yours. And he got all pissed. But he walked away, and I took the hat off, and like an hour later, I'd been drinking, and I forgot. You ever forget? It happened to me. I put the hat back on. The guy comes over to me. Now, I'm between 6'1" and 6'6", depending on which convenience store I'm leaving. I weigh 235 pounds. This guy comes over to me, poking me in the shoulder with 2 fingers, says, you're out of here. I'm like, I don't think so, Scooter.
Scooter.
And I was wrong. They hurled my ass. And then they squared off with me in the parking lot, and I backed down from the fight because I don't know how many of them it would have taken to whip my ass. But I knew how many they were going to use. It's a handy little piece of information to have right there. Overkill. Well, they called the police because we broke a chair on the way out the door, and I refused to pay for it. The cops showed up, and at that point, I had the right to remain silent, but I didn't have the ability.
Didn't have the ability.
I'm falling into that trap.
The cop says, Mr. White, you are being charged with drunk in public. I was like, hi. I was drunk in a bar. They threw me into public. I don't want to be drunk in public. I want to be drunk in a goddamn bar, which is perfectly legal. Arrest them.
It's a good point.
Well, he didn't arrest them. Instead, they call in for my arrest record. There's some good news. Satellites are linking up in outer space. Computer banks at NASA are kicking on. There's a telegraph in Fritch, Texas going beep, 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 this part takes a while. Shorthand. Beep. Now, I told you that story to tell you this story. When I was 17 years old, I was arrested for being drunk in public. Seemed to be a pattern. If you knew Morse code, you would already know that. And one DWI, which was a bogus charge because it turns out they were stopping every vehicle traveling down that particular sidewalk. And that's profiling, I believe. And the drunken public charge and Fritz, the arresting officer, who I have literally known all my life. You know what I mean? This guy lived 4 doors down from me in a town of less than 400 people. We've met. He takes me to jail. When we get there, he asked me if I have any aliases, and I was just being a smart ass and said, yeah, they call me Tater Salad.
Tater salad.
17 years later in New York City, I'm handcuffed on a bench with blood coming out of my nose. This cop goes, are you Ron Tater Salad White? You caught me. You caught the tater.
The tater.
You can take down those roadblocks now. I call my son Tater Tot
Tater tot.
and Poot.
Tater salad. There it was. We've been talking about maybe doing that one for a long time.
And there it is.
There it is. Tater salad. Drunken. I love that. I was drunk in a bar. They made me drunk in public.
They threw me in
Arrest
public. That's funny stuff.
That
Ron
is
Wright's
good.
classic. I remember watching him, man, years and years and years ago.
I think he's coming to Michigan soon. I thought I
Really?
saw. I mean, maybe Kalamazoo.
Yeah, he's a funny dude. You have to wonder if his stories are real. Like the
They're
one we
good
did when
stories.
he was drunk on a boat. Was it Dr. Phil?
Yeah.
That was good
Yeah.
stuff. He
I think
has
that
a
was real,
theme
but-
where he's basically always drunk.
Always. He was drinking while he was telling that story.
Good stuff.
He is hilarious. He's another one that I've never, a couple of these guys can have hit and misses. He seems to always, I mean, obviously we're watching videos of highlights, but good stuff.
No, he is. I've seen a couple of his full shows. They're pretty good.
I think he did the whole, whatever it was called, like with Jeff Foxworthy and all those guys. They
yeah.
did like a redneck tour kind of thing.
Something like that. Yeah.
Larry the Cable Guy and Ron
Yep.
White and a bunch of other guys. That was all funny. That was pretty good stuff too. The whole "you might be a redneck if" is
Yeah.
lived on forever.
Driving me crazy.
Let's show that to the camera. That's good.
Did you see this thing?
What
It's blurry.
you know how you get that?
There you go. It's blurry, but it's driving me crazy. Yeah, you get it from being lazy.
You get it from. Wait a minute. The whole video isn't blurry, is it?
No, I
those
think
words are
it's-
good. You get that from spending 10 days up on the sand dunes with your Jeep.
Camping. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And just being lazy.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So, there you go, Ron White. Leave us some feedback. Leave us some comments. Leave us some links. Continue these conversations. We enjoy the support. Hopefully you guys are liking these reaction videos still. We've been doing them for a while now. Pumping one out almost every day. Pretty much every day. But leave us some content of maybe some other stuff you want to see. We've jumped into a couple other little things. We did the Les Twins. I think we should call them the Les Twins. Les Twins. Anyway, the dance duo, they're pretty good. A couple of things we've done, a couple music videos. Done a couple of hilarious dumb people walking in the glass. It's just
That was funny.
freaking hilarious. So anyway, leave us some ideas for other stuff that we can have some fun watching, laughing at. Keep the links coming because I know we've gotten a lot of them. So keep it up. More content coming to you soon. We appreciate the support. Thanks, Mike.
Thanks, Tom. Deuces.